I've seen so many movies this summer already. They're not even out.
Yeah,
and I watched all the trailers.
You've seen so many characters too.
Characters.
Kooky Disney characters.
Because I went to Disneyland?
Yeah. Well, you're not done, though.
I'm not done.
And I think that's really interesting.
So you're going for a week?
I go for a week.
Every year?
My whole family every year.
I feel like I go to Disney for one day, and I feel like I've been there for a week.
That's fair. I agree.
Wait, how big? How big's your family that's going? What's the group size?
20.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
So you guys, that's got to be $20,000 right there.
10 kids under the age of 10.
Oh
wow.
My God!
Mm-hmm.
You do Lightning Pass?
We do. Not the premium. I did the premium yesterday.
So because you didn't know about this when you
I was like, what are you talking about?
And I came on your podcast.
Yeah.
They added a new. So there's they'll have Lightning Pass thing where you have to choose like a block of time that you can.
You can say I want to get on the ride at 4:30 or something.
Yeah,
right?
Or it says it's like you choose. It'll be like you can. The next time you could do the Fastpass for this ride is 4:30,
and you can only be locked into one at a time, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's
they
not
have
that
like
great.
a new thing, and it used to just be like one thing across the board for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
now
it used to be free, and you would do it in person.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I remember.
Fastpass before the app, you would have to send a runner. You'd send the runner. It was serious.
It's like you're on a scout. Like you sent a scout.
This was serious business.
Yeah.
And you had your printed out tickets, and you'd go scan them in the machine, and they'd give you your Fastpass for like 3:30 or whatever.
Oh my God! Yeah. Now
you do this at 9 a.m. just so you could go to Tower of Terror at 3:30.
So you're like, okay, we got to choose who's our 3 fastest people.
It was always my brother. We're like, get out there.
And he'd run.
Well, yeah, you're not supposed to run at Disney, but he'd do it.
You're not supposed to run at Disney?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
We got QTCinderella today. Let's take it easy.
But now they have a $350 one. Insane.
Wait, the premiere thing is $350
on top of the ticket.
I thought it was going to be like, oh, this is like instead of 35, it's like, oh, it's like 65.
Nope. On top of your $200 ticket, now you can spend $350.
Oh my God! And so
what do you get?
You get a fast pass to every ride that has a fast pass lane. You don't have to schedule it. You just redeem. So you can go bing, 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 bing.
So essentially, for every other park that has ever existed, a fast pass.
It's a pay to win.
And are you guys paying to win this week?
No, not with 20 people.
Yeah.
No.
20 times 300.
No.
Yeah, that's.
But I went with Extra Emily yesterday, and it's on stream, and so I'm like, okay, we should probably pay to win.
Yeah.
And sure enough, it was the best thing ever.
Really?
Yeah, it's like incredible, but what a scam.
Yeah.
Like, if I wasn't on stream, if I wasn't like,
yeah,
if it wasn't a tax write-off, just kidding. No, I would do it even if it wasn't a tax write-off. If I wasn't, spoiled, then I would never ever do it. But it's like on stream, and like the whole point is trying to entertain them and take them on rides. So I was like, okay, let's go.
Yeah. And so do you think that even though you felt like you were scammed, if you went by yourself, do you think you would do the premiere thing again?
If I was like feeling like a bougie day and it was like me and Ludwig and we wanted to hit all the rides, and like, I guess I would only do the premiere thing if I am from out of town and I'm going one day, then I would do premiere and hit all the rides. Cause it's the same price as doing like a 2-day or 3-day pass.
That makes sense.
Which like you don't need to go to. Like you only have to hit a certain amount of rides.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know.
Now, do you guys ever do Disney World?
My family did it once during COVID. They were very brave. And I was like, guys, I don't want COVID. And they said, bozo, that's not real. And they went. And I was like, okay. And then they didn't even get COVID. So they showed you right. And I was like, damn it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Welcome, QTCinderella, to the Take It Easy podcast. We're so happy to have you here today. QTCinderella is an extraordinaire, is the #1 Twitch streamer.
I'm not. Like, by any metric.
The #1 baking Twitch streamer. Pretty good. #1 Twitch streamer that provides cakes to streamers in need.
I don't think there is another one. Yes.
Do you bring cakes to people?
I do. It is kind of my thing. It's like there's a club that's received a QTCinderella cake for their birthday.
Where's ours?
It grows. When's your birthday?
Yeah.
Not soon enough.
Well,
Yeah, not soon enough.
ruined it.
I hope someday that I can make it into that club because they
You
are
did
beautiful.
get a birthday. No, you didn't. You ate a lot of somebody else's. And then he specifically asked me to tell people that you didn't eat a lot of it.
Wait, whose cake did you eat?
It was the lemon raspberry one.
Wait, when was this? What are we talking about?
You don't remember? You don't remember anything.
Really? Is that? I feel like I have a pretty good memory.
Do you just like go to parties and you're just an animal, just a menace, and then you're just like, hey, don't tell anybody, and then you forget about it?
Well, sometimes.
It was a lemon raspberry one.
I definitely remember eating a cake of yours, and I remember being excited about it because I had seen you post so much about these cakes, and I was always like, what do they taste like? Are they shitty? Or are they actually good? Are they all
shitty?
Well,
Are they all show?
I don't know. Is it like, is it like all Facetune on these things?
Like
Yeah.
Cake Boss?
Yeah, I
Is it like-
Facetune.
is
I
it-
give them nice curves.
Yeah,
All
is
my
it-
cakes got BBLs.
Is it like Cake Boss
Is it
with
all
all the
fondant?
fondant? Or
No, I don't
something?
use fondant.
I don't think I've ever even had fondant.
What is fondant?
I never use fondant. Fondant is sugar cooked to the soft ball stage, and then it's rolled out. It's essentially taffy. Is a good way to describe it.
Is it
good?
It's not good.
It's yuck. It's just sugar. It's just straight up sugar.
Yes, but it's like super malleable, so it's
Yeah,
easy
yeah.
to just make whatever you want. It's the
Yeah.
cheat code.
It is a cheat code.
That's
and it was
fucked up.
really, really, really fucking popular in like 2009.
Which
Did
is
you watch Cake
exactly
Boss?
Cake Boss. That is Cake
Yep.
Boss zone right there.
Oh,
I used to
yeah.
watch that show every day after school in 7th grade.
My sister
I
was
don't know
obsessed
why.
with cake. So was
That was my shit.
That was
yeah.
your origin.
That was well, my origin was Ace of Cakes. So Duff.
Ace of Cakes?
Duff.
I don't know that one.
His name is Duff. He's dope. He's a cake artist.
Duff.
He's very talented, and he had just a group of funny hipsters that they all owned a
Okay.
bakery together, and I loved it. But then Ace of Cakes went off air, and Cake Boss came on air, and I was like, I guess I'm from Hoboken now. And so I watched a bunch of that. I was super into that. I was super into a dream of mine, actually, is to do Food Network. They do these Halloween specials where they take a chocolate. Sorry, I just got these stupid Invisaligns, and I'm
Oh,
like,
no.
Wait, what happened to yours?
I just take them off.
they're miserable. They hurt so bad.
Well, yeah, in the first week it's the worst.
It's awful.
Yeah, it's bad. You know what's even worse? Mine, I've been really bad about it lately. I only wear it like during to sleep right now, because specifically Chad, anything for views, he was like, he has them too, and he was like, oh, mine, I only wear him to sleep. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess that means that it's okay.
Chad's your role model.
I mean, if he said,
Respectfully.
he made
Chad.
grog. He made
Right.
grog.
Yeah.
You want a grog? It's in the fridge.
I'm not gonna take a grog right now.
But yeah, no. So, and I also have to wear the rubber bands too.
Ow.
Damn, you're back in 7th
Ouch.
grade, dude.
No, dude, because it's the Invisalign.
But I'm
A lot
gonna.
of the time, you can't see it.
Do kids get that now?
I think they do. I wanted Invisalign so bad when I was a kid, and I got this is braces round 2.
I got braces. Yeah, this is round 2 because I got a little fucker. A little fucker came out.
I have a gap. I never had braces at all.
Ugh,
Oh, it's the
okay.
top teeth that's.
This stupid little
Oh, he went rogue.
guy. Yeah, popped on out.
Damn.
Your tooth came out?
No. Like I got a little snaggle tooth now,
Oh.
Yeah.
and it's just and no one notices it. I know everyone's like, I don't notice it, but every single picture I ever see of myself, I'm like, that stupid little bitch.
Yeah. That
Go
stupid little
back in there.
motherfucker
I know.
is trying to leave me. He's
It's
running
all-
away.
It's all because I didn't have a retainer. So I got, this is random tooth talk, and then we'll go back to cake talk.
Uh-huh.
Then we'll talk about TikTok. Anyway, so I had this random tooth, or I had this retainer. My first retainer I ever had was in 3rd grade, actually, and it was
That's
a,
early.
It was a
Whoa.
spacer retainer because my teeth were too close together.
Uh-huh.
And one time I threw it away on accident at school, like on the lunch.
Oh, and you probably didn't talk about it.
No.
You hide that information?
Mm-mm.
No, you.
No, I went to class and started sobbing.
Oh.
And I was
okay.
like, I threw it away.
Well, the first kids to get braces were cool.
Were they?
Because like every kid's like you're gonna have to get them, and it's something you got as like a middle schooler. So if you had it in elementary school,
Oh, yeah.
you were kind of like ahead of the curve.
Well, I had it. Yeah, it was cool that I had a retainer, but I threw it away on accident. I had to dig through the garbage in the lunchroom. I dug for hours.
Oh, and you
I
found
found it.
Those things are
Oh,
expensive.
my God.
I know. And so then I finally got braces when I was 13,
Mm-hmm.
and then I got the retainer. My dog ate it.
You You got bad
Oh
luck.
my god!
I know.
You have like you run into some classic like childhood problems. Threw my retainer in the trash.
Yeah.
Gotta dig
Dog
through
ate
it. Gotta dig through the trash.
It was
Dog
rough.
ate it.
Dog ate it, and then we couldn't afford a replacement, so I never got a replacement.
But luckily,
And so
the
I
dog's
never-
teeth are looking great.
The dog looks incredible.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I got, since I never wore a retainer, this guy slowly popped out. So the
Yeah.
good news is I'll do this, my teeth will be straight again, and then I'll have a retainer to get me through the rest of my life.
So this has been like a sort of a big roundabout way to get that retainer back.
Exactly.
You know?
But I'm gonna put everyone off Invisalign onto, it's called Pro Monitoring. It's the new Invisalign.
Is this? I think you were telling me about this.
It's crazy.
What is it?
Is that what you got that right now?
Yeah, it's $2,000 cheaper than Invisalign.
Okay.
They should honestly give me a commission because I've been like selling this to everyone.
Right.
It's $2,000 cheaper than Invisalign. And instead of having to go into the appointments with your dentist, I go to 2 appointments total. 2 total. Because in between it pops up with a notification on your phone and they send you home with a kit and you like, I don't know how to describe it. You put like this thing. It's like you hook up this thing around your phone and it has like a nozzle and it calls for a scan and you put your mouth around the nozzle and it has you like move your face in certain ways and it scans your teeth for you and it tells you when to go to the next one. It's crazy, the scans.
Whoa.
It's crazy.
That's going to be kind of an upset, I feel like, for dentists because they got to make a lot of money.
My dentist, he said, he was like, I love this. He's like, it's going to replace Invisalign. It's like, he's like, it's incredible. He's like, he's funny. He's like, yeah, I know. Like he literally said what you said. It's like, it's not good for me because I can't charge for extra appointments. But he's like, but I'm upset. Like he's so convenient. It's so whatever. I'm like,
yeah, I mean,
he loves it.
That sounds like pretty honorable of them then, because
Yeah.
it's like better for people in general.
Yeah. But my God, does no one tell you how bad it hurts?
I feel like everyone who has Invisalign can't shut the fuck up about that.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe I haven't talked to enough vulnerable people.
Ted's been talking about it.
I mean,
You never told me it hurt.
I don't
stop wearing them.
Well, no, I don't really talk. It doesn't really hurt now. Maybe because I'm not.
You're
I'm
not wearing
them.
it.
Well, no, I mean like when I put them back on, and I wear them for long. It's an period of time. So it's not like it's not too big a deal. you
Girl,
know?
it hurts.
Girl, muscle up.
Girl, no. Also, like, it's weird to just, like, have, like, just something in your... It's, like, overstimulating for me.
Yeah, and I definitely think the biggest issue, is that like in our job we talk a fucking lot.
Uh-huh.
We don't really have the time to figure out a lisp.
Oh, I think it's cute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really think it's
That's
so
like what my
freaking
mom would
cute.
say about me in like 5th grade.
I'm
or
trying to
something.
attract a whole new market.
Yeah.
That's what
That-
I'm going for.
Honestly, that's probably gonna work.
Thank you. Oh.
Well, no, not in a weird way. Well,
Well, maybe.
Well, now I don't know what to think.
Wait a
now
second.
I don't know. Now I'm just getting.
Who's into lisps?
confused.
Is it just pedophiles? Is that the Venn diagram?
Yeah,
Ah, shit.
yeah, it's a circle.
That's unfortunate. But you know, I'm bringing it back. It only is 6 months. I'll have straight teeth in 6
Oh,
months.
nice. Yeah, mine was like
Gotta get back to
17
the
months, and I'm
talking points.
actively making it longer because I will do this thing where I'll forget to put it on, or I won't wear it for enough time, and then I'll be like, "Well, I gotta push these dates back.
That's
I'm
why
doing
it doesn't
manually."
hurt.
You
I
should
have
have
had teeth
incorporated it
move.
into your morning routine thing because you were
Yeah.
like so structured.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right, and you gotta take it off to eat and stuff. They gotta make.
You have to take it off to drink coffee.
yeah,
do?
because then
Why?
you'll-
'Cause it'll stain?
Yeah, it'll stain it.
Are you a big coffee drinker? Mm-hmm. I had a
I'm not me without my coffee.
retainer. Do you remember when I was wearing that retainer thing?
Oh yeah, if you want to talk about someone who complains about a retainer,
Well-
Tucker's like, oh my god, it was like, how long did you even have that on? It was like
8 months.
yeah, on for 8 months.
It
was
wasn't.
like,
It wasn't for my teeth. It was for my jaw. Because do you know what TMJ is?
Oh, I've got that.
I have it horribly. My mouth only opens like halfway now.
Oh, I've still got mobility.
Yeah, mine's very limited. So it was.
I'm sorry
really,
for your boyfriend.
hey man,
He's right there.
I deal with it.
stare into the
It's a
eyes
little
of his
too.
wife.
It's a little toothy, but it's all
Sorry.
right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they made this custom thick, opaque chunk. Opaque white chunk.
Uh-huh.
And I had the worst lisp you've ever heard for months.
Yeah.
And it didn't even work.
And you were in the.
Wait,
were
you
in
had
the
to
Marines
wear
at the
it?
time?
all the
Yes,
time?
24/7.
Was this when you were still in the Marines?
No, it was right after.
Right.
And
It
I'd
was
have
like
to go in there.
You like exited the Marines, and then it was like, all right, now trying to put another burden upon you that you just can't avoid.
And I'd go in every other week, and she would like scan my teeth or something, and like Dremel the thing to like tweak my jaw, and it didn't work. And it was like $6,000.
Jesus.
TMJ stuff is no joke.
Have you gotten Botox?
No, I'm that scares me.
Oh, well, it has great
Just a
reviews.
little neurotoxin.
Did you do it?
No. But I've noticed with these stupid fuckers, I'm not grinding.
Yeah, I think I grind. Well, I used to snore really bad. Not as much these days. I think that might have been it, or like that's partly
You could start doing the mouth tape.
the mouth. Yeah, did you like that?
You could try one of them tonight when you go to sleep.
Okay, I'll do it. Unless I come home fucking wasted from this party.
Yeah, it says to
And then I'm
never
not gonna
use
care.
them when you've been consuming alcohol. And now that in hindsight, I realized that the other night we did consume alcohol, and I very much so did use the mouth tape.
Yeah, and you were
It's like
tipsy,
in
dude.
tiny little text at the bottom. It's like but it's very weird about it too. It's like it says don't use it when you're doing this, don't use it, and then don't use it after consuming alcohol. Then period. Seriously, don't do it. Period. And I forgot about that last night.
Oh.
Well, you survived.
It's so you don't aspirate, right?
Yeah.
What's aspirate mean?
Where you throw up and choke on it. Very
Oh.
rock star.
Yeah, because if you had mouth tape on, it would just be doing a bounce pass.
Yeah.
Right
well,
back down your
I
throat.
feel like it would just come out your nose.
No.
No.
That'd be funny.
People die.
Yeah.
People die.
Not Tucker. He'd figure it out.
No,
His nose would figure it
His
out.
nose-
I'd be okay.
He's
He'd
like,
shoot it
I
out.
would work through that. I
Be
would
like
work
a
through that.
rocket.
So, you're Mormon, right? Or you were?
I was. Yeah.
Do you talk about it, or would you talk about it?
Yeah. What do you got? What do you
Well,
got for me?
As part of our Patreon,
Uh-huh.
Emma and I were watching reality TV. We were doing Love Is Blind, and we would do like a recap. So that ended, and so we started doing The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Okay.
Did you watch that?
Yeah, of course.
How accurate is that? Because I don't watch reality TV.
It's really upset Tucker.
What about it has upset you?
Tucker's pissed.
Well, they're just really trashy.
Whoa. No. I think this is an interesting thing that's happened recently. I think it's Hulu that they're on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they grabbed it because Housewives of Salt Lake City got
Okay.
really popular. And
Oh, so there's two separate Mormon wives shows?
so Housewives of Orange County or whatever, Housewives of New York, whatever.
Okay.
So they started one in Salt Lake, I want to say like 3 years ago. And it's weird. Like this one of the women is like married to her uncle, which is bizarro.
Oh.
Yeah, it's so weird. Anyway, but every single one of them are like, yeah, we're Mormon and they're no. It's
they're not.
It's clickbait. It is
Oh.
clickbait,
So
like through
all
through.
the girls in there is
There's one girl that's like ex-Mormon on the Desperate Housewives or Housewives of Salt Lake or whatever. Like you can tell she's ex-Mormon. She has the garment photos, she has the mission photos, but she does not act like it at all. And then the rest just pretend to be pseudo-Mormon for clickbait. It's like actually
What does it mean
cringe.
to pretend to be pseudo-Mormon?
like just for the sake of like
Like
it's
I
like,
love Joseph Smith.
it's like if I said I still go to church right now and like I'm like, yeah, I go to church, but then I'm drinking on Tuesdays. Like you're not Mormon.
So you're like, if you break the
At
rules,
first, that
you're
sounded
out.
like a random
Yeah,
thing.
That's how most Mormons are, respectfully. Like
Well, if you break the rules and you're out, and then you're like, no, I'm gonna start following them again. Are you just back in?
you have to repent, number one.
Like, is that just like in here, or is that like a physical thing you have to go do?
It depends on how bad the thing is. If it's
Whoa.
bad, if it's like drinking, you have to tell your bishop,
Whoa.
and the bishop will like.
Is that like your local pastor? So I know nothing about
No,
religion.
that's fair. I guess I don't know because I don't know anything about other religions. But do you have a whiteboard and some red yarn? So what happens, and we'll get back to Secret Lives of Mormon Wives because they're a little different too. They're different than that. But what happens is I'm like looking. I'm so visual. I'm looking for something to like use.
There's
Okay.
a map of New York City right here. Maybe we can use that.
Okay. Yeah. Let's use this map of New York City.
Explain it via the boroughs.
So essentially, if you live like 7th Ave, right, they have their own ward. It's called a ward. That's where you go to on Sunday. Okay.
How many people go there? Like, what's the?
They have a church building, probably like, I don't know, conception. I've never like asked for a count, but there's probably 100 people
Okay.
per
Oh, wow.
ward at each. So each church building has multiple wards. So
Okay.
there's first ward, second ward, third ward, fourth ward, whatever.
So within each church, there's a selection of clans.
Kind of. Sure. And it's all like neighborhood area based. Okay.
Okay.
So then one ward meets from 9 to 1. Another ward meets from 11, and you're all cycling through the building.
So it's not just one mass.
And this is on
No.
Sunday?
This is on Sunday.
Okay.
So there's usually like 4 wards per building, and then there's a stake center. So you have your ward is within a stake as well, and then your stake is within like a district kind of, and then all of that is within like the church, like the presidency, which is ran by the prophet.
Whoa.
There's a lot of tiers to this.
There is a lot of tiers, but it's but it keeps you freaking busy because you gotta go like summer I'd go to my ward's camp, you'd go to girls camp, you'd go to mutual, which is with boys too, drama, and then you would also go to stake girls camp and stake mutual. So there's more.
How long is each of these camps?
I don't remember. But like when it's just women, like when it was just girls, like I learned how to sew. You learn like kind of how to be a wife.
Oh.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah,
You liked it?
This is my favorite camp song. I like to always.
Is that where you learned how to bake?
No. We'll get back. We got to get back to Hoboken for that. We'll get
okay.
there. But it was we go like this. You go. Mormon, 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 Mormon. I love my Mormon boy. He is my pride and joy. He knows everything from Alma and on. Hey, someday I'll be his wife. We'll have eternal life. Oh, how I love my Mormon boy.
Well, so
A lot of that song is made up by just the word Mormon.
Yeah.
yeah.
You
Well,
know,
banger.
I have a
I wonder
friend
if
who's
what
Mormon.
their writers are. They're really struggling. You know, they got writer's block, and they're just like, what if they just say Mormon like 150 times?
And he said that Mormons don't use the term Mormon; they use LDS.
Yeah. If they've got a stick up their ass,
He does.
Then he goes
Well-
by Latter-day Saints. Yeah.
Huh.
LDS, Latter-day Saints.
Interesting.
Mormons is a nickname.
So that's like really like annoying Mormons will be like LDS.
Yeah, which I will say like most it depends. Like the further
They're
you're
just getting
away,
roasted right now.
That's got to be the new wife.
There you go.
Because he relapsed into the Mormonism.
I see.
Yeah.
So that's got to be where that is.
It the closer you are to like a Utah Mormon is different than a Pittsburgh Mormon. It's very different.
Are there
Okay.
Pittsburgh Mormons?
They're more chill.
I remember
Pittsburgh
there was
Mormons.
a period of time where the Mormon Church was doing a lot of advertising online. Like
Really?
where I feel like I
sounds
I
familiar.
was seeing like these like slow motion people laughing videos, very like
Very
sort
blonde.
of diverse cast of people like in it that made you not think it was just an entire group of like white people in Salt Lake City that were running the whole thing. And it was like the Mormon Church. Check out what Mormon is. It was very vague. It was like Mormonism works for me. Maybe you should check it out too. And
The
it was
Mormons-
like Mormon.com or something.
The Mormons in New York City don't fuck around. 'Cause
Really?
in her family's neighborhood, they run a non-denominational Christian church.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever we're in town, we go on Sunday. When we walk back, there's a Mormon church in the neighborhood. It's the nicest building in the neighborhood.
Of course.
They
They're
run
that Mormons make
landscaping's
beautiful buildings.
Oh yeah, it's perfect. But we
They
get
got a lot
stu-
of money, don't they?
Oh yeah, they're rich.
It's like a half mile maybe, and we get stopped probably 5 times by
Really?
motivated young men and women to
Mm-hmm.
recruit us.
Wow.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Do you want to come to the service?" I'm like, "Dude, I just walked out of a service."
So I'm a little confused about the money situation. Like, why do they have so much money? Is it just literally just tithing
Yeah, you pay 10%.
of your income
Yeah,
to the Mormon Church?
as soon as you're baptized, which is when you're 8 years old.
It's almost like it kind of feels like
I was
really
paying
it's just about the
10%
money.
on my I was paying 10% on my babysitting money when I was 8 years old.
How does that work?
Oh, 8 years old?
I'd get paid $20 to babysit, and then I'd give $2 to church.
Wait,
Like,
from when
when
you're
you-
baptized, not when you become an adult. Wait, they were taking money from children?
Dude,
Yeah.
you're like 60 seconds behind right now.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm just sort of processing the chaos of
Wait,
that.
child labor. Wait, let's get them.
Yeah, wait.
Well,
We should take them down.
in order to like, you got to follow all the teaching of the church, and tithing is one of them. So you got to pay your tithing. If you're getting money, you need to pay your tithing.
Damn.
Which I will say, I wish the U.S. government made paying taxes as easy as paying tithing is.
Really?
They could learn a few things about the church. Yeah, it was every Sunday. If you just give them 10%.
Isn't that just? But they don't have auditors, do they?
It's on the honor system, I imagine, right?
It is on the honor system, but they will like at the end of the year you have a meeting. I forget what it's called. I've been out of it for a while.
Like, show us your W-2.
But you do a meeting at the end with your bishop, and they like go over everything you donated and whatever.
Really? And so they're like, "Those are some nice shoes you got there."
I don't know if they cross
those
your T's and dot your I's.
those go pretty expensive these days. Seems like a little bit more expensive than your tithing would indicate. Like,
yeah, I
shit
don't
like
know if
that.
you like do checks and balances. I'm not entirely sure. But I mean, the crazy thing about like Mormonism is it's actually, if you're in it, it's kind of dope. Like, I'm not trying to like sign everyone up for like,
like when you're
religion.
in the thick of it, it's like you just
Well,
are like,
they
yeah.
do a lot of like for the sake of like having like a good family upbringing, kind of sick. Like you do family home evening every Monday with your family.
Family home meeting?
Family home evening is what it's called.
Sorry.
And it's like Monday nights you do family home evening, which is you do one lesson together. So you like do a lesson on kindness or like on, something like that, and you read a scripture or whatever. And that's like 30 minutes of it. And then you fucking play a game. That's dope. And someone gets to choose the game every week. You do songs.
Like within your nuclear family?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait, what does that mean?
Like your brothers, sisters,
Yeah,
and your
exactly.
parents.
Like
Yeah.
this is something that happens at home.
Yeah. On
Okay.
Mondays. And then you get to choose a song. Has to be from, so you do like popcorn pop. You guys don't know popcorn popping?
Popcorn
don't know popcorn
popping.
popping.
It's
I
in the microwave.
looked out the window and what did I see? Popcorn popping on the apricot tree.
Oh wait, you talked about this. You did this on Chuckle Sandwich.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I remember this.
Spring has brought me such a nice surprise. Popcorn popping right before my eyes. I
Wow,
could take
so
a
you were
handful,
indoctrinated.
make a treat. Popcorn ball that smells so. Anyway,
tree.
that's a dope song. And so
That's a banger. That's on my Spotify rap.
that one, it's a banger. Popcorn popping is a banger.
Okay. I'll give it a listen.
And then
They got it on Spotify?
Who's got the best cover?
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. Mormon Tabernacle Choir, probably.
Mormon
Yeah,
Tabernacle
the tab.
Choir.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
like a big. Isn't that a big thing?
Oh, that's a real thing. I thought you were just making a
Yeah.
joke.
No, they're
See,
incredible.
when people are talking about Mormonism, I can never tell like what's real and what's not because it just sounds like
Yeah.
really insane.
There's-
Someone who's raised with no religion, it's like,
Yeah.
damn, you guys are really.
So.
But then you get a treat. You get treat family
Okay,
home
well,
evening, and that's your Mondays.
if you want to
Get a
bring it,
treat.
if you want to get a child into a religion and fast track a little bit, you start involving treats that.
Oh.
That's
Dude,
that's a
that'll
strong
fast
argument
track-
to a child.
Yeah, it's
us.
fun. It's structured time, and like so. A lot of the things about the church, I mean, they're just shit that's kind of good for your mental. Like you're supposed to pray every day, right? And you're supposed to. This is a funny thing. Your prayers have structure.
Okay.
Like is what you're taught in primary school is you have to start by thanking God for everything that you have, like what you're thankful for that day. So, dear Heavenly Father, thank thee for the safety that I had in traffic. Thank thee for the beautiful weather. Thank thee for the food I ate today. Thank thee for my brother gave me his dope Game Boy and I got to play with it for 30 minutes. And one thing that literally a therapist will tell you is to start a gratitude list.
Oh.
And you're already doing that. Like, and also meditation and like manifestation, like everything you're doing when you're doing a prayer
Right.
every single night in a structure of say everything you're thankful for and then ask and then manifest, right?
Sure.
So then you say, oh, dear Jesus, I, tried out for the play. I really want to get the spot of Ariel. Like, please help me. All like, that's the funny thing about manifesting is to me, I think manifesting is such a kooky, like people are going to get mad at me for this.
It is funny because it's
90% of what manifesting is having the balls to say it out loud to the right person, right?
okay.
Because I'm manifesting this year that I go on Food Network. If I just keep writing that on a piece of paper every day, that's never going to happen. But if I write it enough, I'm going to talk to Ted one day and I'm going to let it slip. I'm like, yeah, I kind of have this silly goal of wanting to be on Food Network. You know, and I
Right.
mean it at this point because I've written it 1,000 times.
And I'm like, well,
TikTok
I
tells you to
actually
manifest.
know an
Exactly.
executive at the.
That's what
Okay.
manifesting does.
Yeah.
Is it gives you confidence to say it out loud to the right person
The
eventually.
thing is, I feel like
Is
it's
that the
ju-
right person?
manifesting is just like whenever it's been explained to me, I'm like, isn't that just a goal?
It is. It's a goal, but literally, it's getting the confidence to say it out loud.
Right.
That's in my opinion.
We manifested a son
Oh yeah.
because when Emma got pregnant, we're like, we're gonna watch all of Malcolm in the Middle
Okay.
to ensure that we get a boy, and it worked.
I don't think that.
Yeah.
But.
So you got immaculate conception through Malcolm in the Middle?
Yeah. If you want your Theodore Kennedy the Third or whatever, Malcolm in the Middle, dude.
They didn't even have sex. It just happened.
It just
Yeah,
happened.
yeah. I mean,
It
it
was
sounds like you guys
crazy.
just watched the show and you were like, God, wouldn't that be cool
Take
if we had
the
a
test.
Malcolm?
Yeah. Boom.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
there he is.
Wow.
That's incredible.
No, that's
But
beautiful.
yeah, I've always said that we were manifesting.
Yeah. Well, that's the kooky beans version, but the real version is
It worked.
I
It
genuinely
worked
think-
clearly.
I genuinely think the real version is just the gaining the confidence to say it out loud. That's what I think. IMO.
Yeah. What are you manifesting right now?
The Food Network thing, dude. She
Uh,
said it like
Oh, is
4
that
times.
well? Oh, is that like
No.
a real example or?
Most of the stuff I manifest, like, no, I'm not into that stuff because I think I have enough confidence to say my shit out loud, like all
yeah.
the time.
Oh, so you don't fuck with manifestation.
I don't really. No.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
I
okay.
understand why it works. I really do.
Okay.
I understand why
see.
people say manifesting
Wait,
is everything. And
how
it's-
did we get to
It's just getting
manifesting?
confidence because of
The
when
praying.
you're praying. So
Right.
anyway, I'm saying is like the prayers, the way you're taught to do prayers in the Mormon church is like very much like it's backed by a lot of psychology. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Also, like having a sense of community. Community is good for all humans,
Mm.
like genuinely. And you have such a community, and you do a lot of volunteer work together as a church. That's good for any human. Like if you're feeling like shit, go volunteer at the Humane Society for a day. You will feel better. You
Okay.
just will. Like I promise. Like it's just the facts of life.
This is a hell of a sales pitch right now.
I know. Well,
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
know.
saying.
Yeah, wait. You got to balance it. You got to
I will.
tip the scale
Yeah.
back real quick for us.
And like, you know, you learn like singing, for example, singing is proven to release endorphins, right?
Oh.
Every Sunday you are forcing people that normally don't sing to sing multiple times.
Well, what type of
at
singing
church.
is it? Is it like, because there's different types
like
of
church
Christian
choir?
singing I've seen. Because when I grew up, it was like you go to the Catholic church, and then it's like you got one lady who's up at the front with a microphone, and she's really confident. She's like, one bread, one body.
Yeah.
And then like you got like an old person who's like, they got like 2 weeks, and they're like.
So there's not one
So it's
person.
like I'm moaning in a big echoey room.
There is a lot of moaning, but like some of it's swag. My favorite
Swag
hymn
moaning,
is
cool.
242 for any Mormons out there. Check it out on page. It's number 242.
Okay.
It's the shortest hymn, so I'd always like if it was your turn to request, you'd be like, number 242. Anyway, but there's some pretty good ones like God be with you till we meet again. That's always sang at funerals. God
Okay.
be with you till we meet again. Onward Christian Soldiers is a fun one.
Okay.
It's like everyone like sings it really loud. They're like, onward Christian soldiers marching off to war.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's kind of sick.
There's a lot of Mormons in the military.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the crusadist.
They're good with structure. Mormons are great
Yeah.
with structure.
Oh yeah.
They're good.
A lot of the like fighter pilots and stuff are Mormon.
Was that whole sword deal any part of the?
Oh yeah. What's up with the sword? Did you get one?
What?
Oh,
Well,
I don't know the swords.
so
Oh,
you got to
well,
explain
maybe
the sword.
I think Mormons
I think that was
get a
because
sword.
maybe
it's
that
a
was based.
boy.
Maybe that was just his family.
Or maybe it's a boy thing.
I would think I would know.
Well, my buddy got a sword.
From whomst?
His family, with his
Yeah.
family name on
Oh,
it.
you-
Is that a
That's
family
not a
thing?
Mormon thing. That's a family thing.
I think yeah, that might be a family thing. And I also think that didn't he not actually get a sword?
No, I think he did.
I think there was a whole thing about him. He was supposed to get a sword if he became an officer, but he was enlisted.
Womp.
Enlisted Marines get swords too. It's only branch.
No, like we're talking about the family sword. Like all of his family was like or like officers, and he was just enlisted.
fought.
I don't know. We clearly don't have.
Diva
any of
We
the-
don't have
Fuck.
we don't have a good.
We don't have any of the information.
Call him. Ask him if he got the sword. Drag him.
Like, well,
If you looked at your phone like it was like the devil.
If you're not close
You
like
looked
that,
at-
you don't have
You
to
looked
call
at your
him.
phone, you're like,
I don't think it'd be a good idea to call him right now.
He's racist, isn't he?
Oh, certainly a little.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
he's
a
really
Marine.
blonde.
As soon as you pick up the phone, he just starts saying
Yeah, like-
horrible things.
Yeah, a Mormon Marine.
And his soul is a little tarnished because he didn't get the family sword. He's still upset about it. so.
Yeah.
Well, he was like out of the Mormon thing, and then he went back in. So that's kind of why I was asking earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
what
the same
the vibe
guy?
is.
Yeah, like
Oh,
we
yeah.
brought him back.
He
in.
loves structure.
Yeah, he does.
He loves structure.
What's funny is that there was
Yeah, now he's back in the military too.
there was like in regards to the money thing for the Mormon thing, there was this show that like this is like such a random Mormon reference, but there was this sci-fi show I would watch called The Expanse. And in that show, there was like a thing where the Mormon church was still around like maybe 300, 400 years into the future, where like, you know, we're expanded from Earth, we're like sort of like in the solar system and shit. And the Mormons have all decided to put a bunch of money into a colony ship to go to another star system.
That's dope.
And it's like a fully Mormon.
That sounds like what they kind of try to do with Utah.
Like they're trying to like Salt Lake Planet, you know?
Salt Lake Planet.
And so I thought that was really funny because they like paid for it themselves and stuff. It was like, oh, the Mormons got their ship.
I think that's how they really have their success. Is like they do pay everything. They pay their way.
They do.
They have like a
they've
tight
got
knit.
a lot of money, and they're like low key. They're pretty good at it. Like they're good at their business.
No, the Mormons are never asking anyone else for help.
No, and I will say they do a good hand of like humanitarian work.
Yeah,
they do
with the mission.
They really
stuff.
do. Missions, no, that's for conversion.
Oh,
that's all
shit.
business, dude. That's all business.
But they'll help, you know, like with random stuff like that. I'm not saying Mormon church isn't all good. Obviously, there's a lot of judgment and a lot of like.
You really kind of sold it.
I know. I'm sorry. I need to take you guys back.
Yeah. Well, no.
we can
I
go
was
back
like
to the
literally
Mormon
ready. I was like,
wives,
wait, is QT a Mormon again?
No.
They're always falling back.
It's one of those things. Like there was a lot of good. There is a lot of good with being in a structured church, but there's a lot of bad. Like
Give
I
us some of the
remember,
bad.
I was 8 years old, and Gordon B. Hinckley, the prophet at the time, he said
Hinckley?
Uh-huh.
Oh no.
Gordon B. Hinckley.
I'm
said,
Gordon B. Hinckley, and I am your prophet.
He looked like Yoda a little bit.
Really?
He had big ears.
Oh,
yeah, I was really sad
man.
when he died. I think he died in 2008. I don't know for sure. But
Recession indicator.
we'll see. He came out and he was like, "Hey, no wearing flip-flops to church because you're supposed to wear Sundays best." Okay.
Oh.
But I was raised in a very poor neighborhood. Very poor neighborhood. But I remember my mom took us to like Payless. We got some shoes out of the clearance bin.
Oh, dude. Tell them about the grocery store you told me about.
Oh, yeah. There's a grocery store. I don't think this is that crazy. Maybe it is. There's a grocery store you can go to that has like say expired food that you can buy at like pennies on the dime.
It just sounds like Aldi.
I don't know.
We had people in our comments that would be like, "Aldi's a fancy place." Did you see that?
Well, they were like, yeah, because they were like, I usually get my
I don't know
groceries
Aldi.
at Walmart or Dollar General.
Aldi's like,
which
it's
aren't
like
even
a Swedish grocery store or something that happens to also German.
It's just like you go in there. There's no advertising. There's no bakery. There's no anything. It's bare bones.
Uh-huh.
Like they're still in the cardboard boxes that got shipped in. Pretty much.
Yeah. It's all off-brand stuff.
Huh.
It's
Yeah.
where we do our bulk shopping.
Okay.
It's
huge.
like, yeah. Okay, but if you don't know what it is.
But they're not expired.
No, that was a joke because all the Aldi produce goes bad like the next day.
So,
Oh yeah.
This is a recurring theme.
well, they would never have produce. They'd always have. Well, sometimes there'd be like a big overload of oranges that like a grocery store couldn't sell. But 9 times out of 10, it'd be like just like slightly expired cans or like meat that went past like the best buy date. But like still fine to consume. And you could buy so much literally for pennies on the dime or like kind of shitty candy.
Mm-hmm.
But it was dope. But anyway, we got these shoes, and I remember I went to church that Sunday. I'm wearing my new shoes, and I look over, and there's a girl wearing flip-flops. And I remember judging her so hard at 8 years old and feeling disgusted that I just judged her. Like, I remember having this, like, internal conversation
you judged her,
with
and then
myself.
you immediately, like, reprocessed it.
Yeah.
And you were like, wait, what was that?
Man, 8
Yeah.
years old is young to be.
I felt like this nasty feeling about her just because she's wearing flip-flops. And I was like,
Who do you
wait
think
a
was
second.
the person that... Because there had to be someone that you looked up to at the time that would have judged someone like
Everybody in the
Oh.
church. Everyone in the
Yeah,
church.
okay, that
It's
makes sense.
all
Are
about
adults judging kids?
holier than thou. And yeah, I remember that was another thing I remember in my class. So there's the Nephites and the Lamanites. And
Whoa.
That's new terminology.
Yeah. So I'm going to have to Google this because I always get it wrong. The Nephites and the Lamanites, they were fighting the good fight. And
So much lore.
the Lamanites, I believe, were against God. Let me see, Lamanites. So in Alma, it says, the skins of the Lamanites were dark, according to the mark which was set upon their fathers, which was a curse upon them because of their transgressions. And that's in book Alma 3:6. And so essentially,
if I'm hearing that right,
yes.
is that just talking about people of color?
Yes.
So he's saying
So they're cursed?
So no, yeah, he's saying that anyone who is a person of color is a cursed person who had done transgressions.
Yes. So I remember also in primary school in a class one day, the teacher's going around and he's like, okay, so you're descendants of Nephites, you're descendants of Nephites, you're a descendant of a Lamanite, you're a descendant of a Lamanite. Like, good thing you're making up for their transgressions. Like, good thing you're here. And it's like, what a crazy thing to say to somebody.
That's insane.
To an 8-year-old.
So there was there's literal like racism built into the Mormon Church.
Well, yeah.
It's like structured racism.
Black people couldn't have the priest. Oh, that's another thing. It's so complicated. So you get the priesthood if you're a man. Women can't have it. So that's another thing that doesn't sit well with me. Is like women are made to be wives. And
I mean,
not me.
To be fair as well, that's also the case in like the Catholic Church. Like a woman couldn't be the Pope.
Yeah.
Like the two rules of like if it is like the one of the two rules or something that
stupid Eve, evil Eve, can't trust women.
Bitch Eve
ever
that
since
hung out
Eve.
with the snake.
Well, the Mormon wives in the show, some of them are very concerned with being like a good wife. Like,
that makes sense.
Yeah, like
that's
they're
on
pretty
brand.
Extreme about it.
But
then they're terrible.
Yeah. So you get the priesthood, and it gives you the ability to bless. It gives you're a vessel of God once you have the priesthood.
You get like power.
Kind of, yeah.
Upgrade.
Yeah, but women can't have it. But it wasn't until, I believe, 1980s that black people were able to get the priesthood in the church. They just wouldn't let black men get the priesthood.
Insane. And was there reasoning?
Well, it was the new patch dropped.
New patch. Cool.
Yeah. So.
And that was in the patch notes. Was like.
Yeah, it was a free DLC. You didn't have to pay for it.
What's the most recent update?
Imagine you have to pay for the deal.
Most recent update. God, what was it? It was actually pretty big. I think garments got a little shorter, if I recall.
Whoa.
There was potentially an update where people
who puts that out? Like some top dudes, like, hey,
like the prophet.
The garments are getting shorter.
There's a general conference every 6 months.
And
once
a bunch
in
of
October
old dudes
and
are
April.
getting together, and they're like, we need to shorten those things up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. It could have just been a different material dropped that they can use now. Because it used to just be like this silky material, but then cotton came out. That was new. But there's this new thing where hopefully we're waiting for the patch. There's been rumors, the patch for coffee.
Oh, well, we've been waiting on that for a long time.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
But people think it's coming.
Wow, the coffee.
Well, what does iced coffee fly?
The coffee update?
No, iced coffee not fine.
But I thought like the cold
This is
hot
my
thing.
favorite quiz.
Dude, the cream and coffee update coming to the Mormon Church.
This always fascinates people, but any Mormon or ex-Mormon will answer this the same. Soda, fine.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola, fine. Hot chocolate, fine. Hot coffee, not fine.
Mm-hmm.
Iced coffee, not fine. Monster Energy, fine.
Yeah, Mormons in the military are downing energy drinks.
Water,
well, they're
fine.
downing everything.
Hot tea, only spearmint.
What?
Iced tea, nope.
So it just doesn't have any consistency.
I understand it.
I'm confused.
What's your question?
So is it basically just? It sounds like this rule was made a while ago.
How dare you?
Do they do nicotine?
No. No alcohol, no R-rated movies.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that rule about the drinks was made before the other drinks were like hot coffee.
It was that rule was definitely dropped before Monster Energy existed.
Yeah, like hot coffee, hot tea.
Let me see when it came
It's
out.
like for a while that was like kind of the only drinks that people were really rocking with, other than like water and maybe like a
beer and wine.
Beer and wine thing, and that was a pretty easy category to ban. But then like you bring in soda, and it's like, well, I mean, because soda has caffeine in it.
Back in the day, it would have really sucked to have tea get banned because like you had to drink something that was purified. So like wine, beer, or hot tea.
Yeah.
People weren't drinking like apple juice.
Well, it's a way.
soda.
Obviously, it's a way of having control over your. The more things you can control shows that you can control it.
It's like a discipline thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
But it has the double-edged sword of like we're keeping you safe, right? Because like
Yeah.
You shouldn't have alcohol. It's technically alcohol is poison.
Well, yeah, no, it is a drug.
I bet what keeps the Mormon
It
thing
is weird
going
how
is
much
like
alcohol is a drug. And people like just kind of recategorize it in their brains as being like, oh yeah, but that's a
dude,
beer.
my dad's the worst with that. He's
Like
such
he's
a
an
drink.
alcoholic.
No,
My dad's the worst.
No, with
alcohol.
understanding the concept. He's like,
Oh, tattoos was the new drop. That was the newest drop.
Oh.
Mormons can get tattoos now.
Whoa, that's,
when did that
seems
drop?
pretty intense.
I don't remember,
I bet
but it was
none
a big
of them are
one.
doing it though.
No.
Yeah, no way any Mormons are getting
Yeah,
tattoos.
and you can get multiple piercings. You used to not be able to.
okay.
Wow.
But it was the word of wisdom that came out, and that they were like, 'cause
The word of wisdom.
Dude,
that's
yeah.
the no coffee, no tea.
Okay. That's so funny.
Wow.
Man, but the main stuff is like alcohol, coffee, tea, and then like
Any drugs.
Any drugs.
Well, how much caffeine's in a thing of tea?
Any profane. You're not
5
supposed to swear.
milligrams?
Like
You can't say God. That's a big thing. So you can't say like, God damn it, or God dang it, or oh God.
Can you get around it by being like, Lord damn it?
Well, no,
You sound like a fool.
because you're taking
Lord
like
damn it.
his
By the
name
end of
in
this podcast,
vain.
Tucker's gonna be a Mormon.
Yeah,
Yeah, you kind of have sold it.
I'm sorry.
I was looking for like some negativity.
I think it started with Tucker kind of in his head. He really wants a sword, and so
Well,
he's
yeah,
trying
I
to
thought
figure
the
out a
sword
way-
So
was
when do I
really-
get the sword?
Yeah, so he's been asking little questions. He's trying to figure out some information about
Yeah,
the
like,
sword.
is it worth it?
Oh, no sex before marriage. That's another thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. We definitely, when we had you on the last podcast, we definitely did talk a little bit about the notions of soak, the notion of the soak.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
real. But
Well, yeah, tell us about Mormon wives.
so, Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. The most true to the Mormon experience is the cute little cutie
I know
patootie
exactly what you're talking about.
with the husband
Wait,
Well, they all have husbands.
Wait,
who
hold
got really mad at her because she went to Thunder Down Under.
I know exactly.
What the hell is
You
Thu-
had me at cute. I
What-
knew
what
exactly.
is
She's the
Thunder-
cute. She's so cute.
what's
Emma
Thunder
knows
Down
that-
Under?
It's a strip show in
It's a
Vegas.
male
It's a male strip.
strippers.
What is her
Vegas.
name? It's gonna drive me. Jen Aniston.
Jen
yeah.
Affleck.
Affleck. That's what I was like. Jen Aniston.
Dude,
Jen
The
Affleck.
closest possible
Watch-
name to Ben Affleck
I
I've
know.
ever heard.
Well,
Well,
she's
that-
like cousins or something.
Well, they like when in reality TV they have like the one person will talk for a little bit. It's like they sit him down and they
A
interview him.
confessional.
Yeah, everyone's their first name, but she's always Jen Affleck.
Oh,
Every
Yeah.
time
yeah, like
they
they're making a meal out of it. They're like,
She's not
yeah.
even the main like character in the reality. She's not the Lauren Conrad, you know.
okay.
But she's not even the Heidi. I would say she's like. Do any of you watch The Hills?
No.
Okay, well
I
never
haven't seen
mind.
too much reality TV.
Okay, well,
Unfortunately.
just never fucking mind. But yeah, so but her experience and everything the way she dresses, the way she acts, her relationship with her husband, that is the most like she's
in it.
Mormon.
Yeah.
She is Mormon.
That's kind of what we were feeling.
Everyone
was, like-
else.
Well, yeah, they all like push it to the limit. Like they're always
Yeah.
like,
I don't think they're going to church on Sunday.
I need someone to
Yeah.
like, some investigative reporter to like go undercover of like a bunch of
That's
reality TV shows.
that's a video idea right there.
And that seems like a lot of work.
Undercover in Utah.
Undercover in Utah? Like
That's
I
a
just
good
go
title.
to Utah
There's
and
your
I'm
title
like,
right
and I'm
there.
like, I'm walking around the streets of Salt Lake and I'm like, I'm walking around the streets of Salt Lake and I haven't
I'm
been
just
stopped yet
looking for
because,
direction.
you know, what they don't know is that I'm not a Mormon. Like I'm just like talking to a guy at
Well,
a
you could
shop
act
and he's like, but he didn't know I wasn't a Mormon.
You don't look Mormon at all, dude.
Oh,
I think you look Mormon.
I look
Really?
Mormon as fuck, dude.
If he wore a short sleeve white button up, he's Mormon.
Really?
Hello.
You've got dark hair though. I feel like most people are blonde, right?
No.
My name is
Really?
Elder
Crazy.
Ben.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
My Mormon alter ego is Elder Ben.
Elder Ben.
Hello.
I feel like Theodore.
My name is Elder Ben.
He just likes the South
from the
Park
Book of Mormon.
Oh,
which is also not on. It's not. That's not.
Accurate,
It's not accurate at all.
but it's funny.
You know my hot take on that?
It's not funny.
It leans on being crass as its humor,
Uh huh.
and it gets
you've
old
seen-
after the first
you've
one.
seen it?
Yeah.
Are you a big theater person?
Yeah.
Cool. Can
I-
measure
yeah.
that? No. Like? How big? Like you?
I tried out for every musical I had the chance to.
Oh, okay.
Never got the lead.
That's okay.
Not well. I really wish I got it.
You deserved it.
Thank you.
You deserved it.
I
and
think
so. They
so.
Were, and the casting director was a piece of shit.
I always flopped. That's a thing because I wasn't manifesting. No.
Well, I mean, auditions as a kid are fucking stressful.
So I was
It
too
feels like
embarrassed
you're
to
gonna
try
die.
sometimes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't even know.
Yeah, I was too
You're saying
shy.
So at what point did you actually try to audition?
I remember, no, I would audition, but I
I
remember,
thought you were saying like you
No.
auditioned in your head, but like you.
I remember consciously thinking like, oh my God, everyone's going to think I'm cringe if I try too hard.
Oh yeah.
So then you
the-
like half-ass
the vice
it,
of
and
a
then of
child.
course you don't get it.
Yeah.
I just wish I would have had a parent be like, bitch, this is your time. You got this, you know? But like they would just drop me off and they're like, good luck, honey. And I was like,
that's like literally the hardest thing to learn as like when you're younger and in theater is that like because you're balancing that is something that you feel like as a teenager that like caring too much makes you not cool.
yeah.
And so when you go that and then you go into theater and then they're like you got to bring up the emotional, get to an emotional 10, that's like very foreign to
God.
a teenager
I always
to
felt
get
like
there because
you
it's
were
like,
incredible on stage.
well, thank you.
Because I went to all your performances.
Oh.
Well, thank you. I appreciate
so
that.
nice.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah. Oh, of course I'd be there.
Yeah. Wow. You're
Front
best.
row.
I remember I was so excited. I had an audition for Dorothy. I've always wanted to be Dorothy.
Dorothy. Wow.
Dream of my life. I'm sportingly, I believe I've aged out, unfortunately, of being a 12-year-old girl.
I think you could do it.
Thank
yeah,
you.
You could do it.
Thank you. Thank you. I needed that. I'm manifesting.
retainer
Any
helps.
directors out there, I'll
the
be your
retainer
Dorothy.
helps.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I stole that.
You did.
I did say it louder, didn't I?
I said it. Boom! You projected it.
Yeah.
Just like we're back in high
yeah.
school.
Yeah.
I remember I showed up and I didn't realize it was the audition 'cause she was like the teacher. We were like kind of walking out a scene, like staging a scene, blocking it or whatever. And she was like, okay, Blair, I want you to read for Dorothy.
You were probably pretty excited.
I interpreted that as read the lines. Like, just read the lines, bitch. Like, we just need to block this. Just read it. And I was like, if I act now, I'll ruin my audition. And so I read the lines as mundane and monotone as possible.
No.
That's horrible.
Because I thought she just wanted me to read them.
No.
That's like that keeps you up at night the rest of your life.
I could have been Dorothy.
No.
Wow, that's horrible.
And
I'm so
imagine,
sorry
imagine
for
the
you.
butterfly effect. I would be on Broadway right now. I'd be Leah Michelle. I wouldn't know how to read.
Oh, that's.
It'd be I would be
is-
incredible. I could be incredible. But instead, look at me.
Oh, that did psychic damage on me.
Yeah.
The secondhand embarrassment.
It was crazy.
No, I wasn't secondhand, but I feel so bad. I mean, like, because that's not even like you did anything to embarrass yourself. You just didn't understand what they meant.
I didn't know what they meant. And then I remember my mom picked me up. I told her about it and she didn't even correct me. I didn't realize until years later of theater classes. I was like, that's what she meant by read it. Because then
Yeah,
sure enough, I
that's
didn't get to keep
awful.
the script very long and she skipped it. She was like, okay, Sarah, you read it, or whatever. And then I remember we never had formal auditions and I was so confused because I was like, how did fucking Samantha end up as Dorothy?
Yeah.
That day, bitch
That
was
was the
skipping. She
audition.
was skip. I didn't skip. I don't want to be cringe and skip. That'd be so embarrassing.
She was skipping.
She was skip. Of course she was skipping.
Yeah, I bet she
Wow.
wore red shoes to the audition too.
Yeah, I thought it was a read. I didn't. I
Oh,
don't know. It was
that's effed up,
Think about it all the time.
dude. That's.
You
Yeah,
should
no-
put on a play or something and be Dorothy. So redeem
I
yourself.
did do that one time. I surprised.
You did do the Wizard of Oz, didn't you?
Yeah, but it wasn't my time to shine.
Mm.
And so I surprised all my friends. I invited them to a stream. I was like, I have this stream event, and of course they don't ask me any questions. I'm like, just show up.
Yeah.
It's like, just wear all black. You'll be fine. They're like, okay. They showed up and I walked out and I was like, all right, everyone. Welcome to my show. You're in the Wizard of Oz. And I made them perform a 2.5-hour musical of Wizard of Oz.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
That's awesome.
And there was no AC. I didn't plan on that, but it did add to the show. As the show went on, everyone got progressively angrier. Austin was Toto, and he had a dog outfit. He was so mad by the end, he didn't even come up on stage. He sat in the audience
Austin's
and
so
went
funny
woof,
too, 'cause
woof. He was so pissed.
Oh, he's such a. Oh my god.
He's a diva.
He is such a diva. Well, we're just about out. We're just about out of time for the main channel episode with QTCinderella, but we're gonna keep going on the Patreon. Patreon.com/takeiteasy. It's the best way to support the channel, and we're gonna be talking more in this episode. And we have more things that we want to ask you.
Yippee.
So we hope you join us over there. And thanks for listening to this episode, folks. Thanks for clicking on the episode. We love you to death. All right. And also, before we go, for all of those who are not a part of the Patreon, QTCinderella, where can the people find you?
Yeah, I assume a bunch of men listen to this podcast. I think you majority audience men.
No. I think we've got an even split.
What do we have?
I
don't
don't.
know if I've ever looked.
I've never looked either.
I assume it's a bunch of men. And men, if you want to learn more about women, come check out Wine About It, where we talk about stuff. We mostly complain. If you don't have a girlfriend and you need to hear some bitch moan,
Yeah.
Whine About It.
Yeah, the
Check
Bitch
it out.
Moan podcast.
Yeah,
That was a good sales pitch.
Yeah, thank you. If you didn't have
If
sisters,
you're looking for
we'll
some
fill
good
in for you.
BMP, if you're looking for a good dose of BMP,
Yeah.
check out the wine. What was it, Total Wine or something? What's it?
Wine About It.
Yeah, the Wine About It. Yeah, the Total
Thank
Wine
you.
About It podcast.
Thank you. See you there.